So today we are taking a look at two phones that are placed as the starting points of the iOS and Android ecosystems. iPhone 17e versus the Pixel 10a. 64,900 rupees versus 49,999 rupees, a 15,000 rupee difference which gets you a solid pair of earbuds or a trip to the mountains. You do the math. But the question remains whether this gap is justified or whether Google has quietly built something that makes Apple's most accessible iPhone look overpriced for the first time in a very long time. Now, I have been using both the 17e and the Pixel 10a for the past week, and let's find out which one actually deserves to be in your pocket. If you have seen the iPhone 16e, you have basically seen the iPhone 17e. Same flat edges, same notch, same overall shape. Apple hasn't changed much. It's 169 grams, 7.8 mm thin, and the upgrade from Ceramic Shield to Ceramic Shield 2 gives you better drop protection. It's a solid, tight, well-built phone available in very safe colors: black, white, and soft pink. The Pixel 10a is heavier at 183 grams, thicker at 9 millimeters, and has a plastic back. Now, you'll feel that difference picking up both these phones, but what I genuinely love about the 10a is the near flush camera module that gives it this clean, minimal look that's very distinctive without any camera bump. And the color options include obsidian, fog, berry, and lavender, which have way more personality. Now, the Pixel 10a has a 6.3-inch POLED panel with 120Hz refresh rate and peak brightness of 2850 nits. Outdoors, in direct sunlight, it just stays readable without you doing the whole hand shading thing. Colors are accurate, contrast is excellent, and HDR content looks really great. The iPhone 17e has a 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR OLED, so you get a peak brightness of 2300 nits, which is respectable but behind the Pixel. And here's the part that's hard to ignore at this price point: it's still running a 60Hz display in 2026. Once you have used 120Hz, going back feels like watching a video buffer. You notice it every single time you scroll, and the same can be said about the Face ID notch, which takes more screen estate if you put the 17e and 10a side by side. Both are OLED panels, so blacks are near perfect on both these phones, but the Pixel is a bit brighter, smoother, and frankly offers a more enjoyable viewing experience. Looking at the synthetic benchmark test, the iPhone 17e gets a score of 21 lakhs on AnTuTu, while the Pixel 10a gets 11.5 lakhs. In Geekbench single-core, iPhone scores 3580 against Pixel's 1640. Multi-core score is 8982 versus 3674. GPU performance is a similar story. The A19 chip is just in a different league here, nearly double the performance across the board. And before Pixel fans come at me in the comment section, yes, the Tensor G4 in the Pixel 10a is the same chip as last year's 9a. Google didn't update the hardware at all, and that's a fair criticism. But in actual daily use, neither of these phones feel slow. Pixel UI on Android 16 is so well optimized that apps launch quickly, multitasking is smooth, and casual gaming is perfectly fine. But where the Tensor G4 genuinely earns its place is AI. Call screening, Magic Editor, Best Take, Audio Magic Eraser, real-time processing are features that are deeply baked in and are actually useful features, and you're getting 7 years of OS updates and security patches. iPhone 17e runs iOS 26, which is as polished as ever. If you're already in the Apple ecosystem, AirPods, MacBook, iPads, the integration is seamless and genuinely hard to walk away from. Both are great for smart everyday performance with long-term software support. The 17e gives you raw sustained performance, while the Pixel 10a offers unmatched AI prowess. The iPhone 17e has a single 48 megapixel main camera. The Pixel 10a has a 48 megapixel main plus a 13 megapixel ultra wide. That alone is already a difference when it comes to group shots, landscapes, and tight spaces. The Pixel just has more to work with. In daylight, both phones are genuinely good. The iPhone leans warmer, lifts shadows aggressively, and produces this bright, flattering image that looks immediately post-worthy. The Pixel goes cooler, punchier with deeper shadows and slightly more sharpening on the edges. In portraits though, the 10A pulls ahead. It preserves actual skin texture and lightening contrast rather than artificially brightening your face. In low light, the Pixel controls highlights beautifully, be it bright neon signs or architectural writing. The iPhone tends to let those bright sources blow out and you get some lens flare around intense light sources. The Pixel keeps the night sky looking like an actual night sky. The iPhone is a reliable, warm and easy phone to play with, but the Pixel has the ultra-wide, better low-light processing and more accurate color science. So let me know in the comments which camera system do you prefer, and let's move on to the next section. The Pixel 10a has a 5100 mAh battery and lasted 21 hours in our battery drain test. Heavy users will comfortably get through a full day. Lighter users might stretch to 2. 30-watt wired charging, 10-watt wireless and bypass charging, which is great if you're gaming while plugged in. A full charge takes about 1 hour 43 minutes. The iPhone 17e has a smaller 4005 mAh battery and lasted 19 hours in our battery drain test. Perfectly usable for a full day, but you're not stretching it for 2. It does have MagSafe and Qi2 wireless charging at 15 watts, which is a useful daily convenience. Full charge takes around 1 hour and 30 minutes, so it's actually slightly faster than the Pixel 10a. Okay, the Pixel 10a wins on display, camera, battery life, software support and value. The iPhone 17e wins on raw performance, build quality and ecosystem integration, and that's why you're paying that 15,000 rupees for. If you're already living inside the Apple ecosystem, that premium makes sense. The integration is seamless and genuinely hard to replicate, and the A19 chip is comfortably the most powerful processor if that matters to you. But if you're coming in fresh, the Pixel 10a is honestly the smarter buy. It's got a better display, versatile dual camera system, superior low light photography and a full 15,000 rupees cheaper. Now, my personal pick is the Pixel 10a, but if that soft pink iPhone is already calling your name, I understand. No judgments here. Drop your questions in the comments and thank you for watching.